And we're live.
Hello.
I hope the stream title is correct now.
Yeah,
Oops.
it's correct. I can see it. Like,
Sarah's got a
I
bit
know
of a cold.
stream can't see what we're talking about. We're just sending it on the chat. Look at the size of this unit. So you meant like an actual unit, like something you put things on for a second.
Oh.
Look at the size of this IKEA unit. That's a big one.
Big doggy.
If
Right.
you're wondering what we're talking
Right.
about, Paige said the giant Arcanine that the Pokemon Center's released, and they're gonna spend
Hi,
all
Jack.
of their money to get it. I'm
The big-
Marley. I'm the dog that died.
Oh, spoilers, I guess, for how old that movie is.
Yeah, that movie's over like 10 years
I
old, I
can't
swear.
see it.
Right, let me have a look.
Oh, that's
Marley. And it's 2008. It was 2008. Oh.
Is the stream okay and
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not having any problems with it on my end.
cool? And I guess Jack in chat. I hope I got that correct. If your name's not Jack, I'm so sorry. Is audio okay?
Sorry if I sound crunchy. I've got a cold.
You are crunchy.
My
I-
cough sounds crunchy. Jesus Christ.
I guess I should explain what we're doing. I have been putting off catching Shaymin and Darkrai in this god forbidden game for too long because I just can't be bothered.
She has an Arcanine, like just as we were talking about the
There you go, it's fantastic.
What a coincidence.
the giant doggo.
So, so I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it on stream so I can test stream stuff." Because this isn't like really anything important. It's not like stream good at no audio problems. Also name, yeah, my name's Jack. Cool. See, I remember my audience. I'm a good stream host. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Damn it. What?
Oh, maybe when you laugh and croak, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise I'm okay. I'm not. I lied.
What was it? My brain's blanked. What was I saying before?
You were talking about like you were putting off
Oh yeah,
shiny, not shiny, patching
Pokemon. Yeah,
Pokemon, yeah, in Pokemon.
I have both the events
Yeah.
downloaded, so that's fine. And I've just been putting it off because Pokemon is just sort of alright to me lately. Not gonna lie.
And Xenoblade 2, you were playing Xenoblade 2.
Well, it wasn't actually Xenoblade 2 that made me stop. It was FF10. 'Cause I-
And then Xenoblade 2.
And then Xenoblade 2.
yeah, it was a mixture of 14, 10, and Xenoblade 2.
So, all in all, Final Fantasy killed Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We'll class Xenoblade 2 in there as well with Tana.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can't skip the Nomura character design.
Hmm. No, I'm not sure if Nomura did.
You can tell which characters he designed because they will have the weird, like, eye.
He did all the main characters in Torna, but Nia.
And the blades.
Yeah, not the blades. He just did the drivers.
Mm-hmm.
But you can all tell it's his characters because of how their eyes look.
I kind of wish like they in that game there was an ally character who then betrays you and who then works for Tana. But like you can tell from the start that he's with them because of the art style. I think that would have been funny. I might as well get to work on that blessing.
Straight from Final Fantasy 7 killed Pikachu. Cloud
Oh,
would
no.
punch it.
Like the little tray bar. Yeah, Cloud fucking stabbed it. He thought it was a rat.
I mean, it is a rat.
It is a rat.
Yeah, I'm just a little rat man.
Oh, I'm a good little rat. They call me Stuart Little.
I still can't believe Stuart Little actually isn't a rat.
No, in the book he's not.
He's just a man or kid or whatever the hell he is that looks like.
He's just a guy that looks like a rat.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, he's just deformed.
Can I? That would definitely not fly if it was written today.
No.
no.
It's so funny.
That's why they made him actual mouse in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I would be able to handle if it was the original design in the movies.
What do you mean? You don't like little mutants?
Look, I don't like Tony from like Cramp Twins, so I'm
What?
not,
Yeah.
I'm not about to like
No, this
whatever
is
the hell Stuart Little is.
no, Jack. This is real in the book. He's not a mouse. He's a human that it just.
Yeah, he's just he has the feet. He's so deformed that he has the features of a fucking mouse.
Oh, Arcanine,
And
I'm
that's
so
like-
sorry.
Like he's like
And the
he's he's the size. Like at one point he like nearly hangs himself in the blinds. It's really funny.
Oh yeah.
The cat tries to eat him.
Yeah. And the cat can talk for some reason.
I should probably carry on. Try to explain again. Basically, idea. Oh, he wants to learn rest. No.
No,
You're
you're not allowed.
not allowed to rest.
Stay awake forever, you bitch.
Basically, first we're gonna catch those two fucking Pokemon that are missing. Then I don't
It's
know.
Hilarious.
We'll just play whatever to fill out time.
Yeah.
And what's 3 hours from now?
That butterfly got fisted.
Clock.
3 hours. 8 plus 3 is 11.
Oh god, I'm so fucking crunchy at the moment. I hate it.
Tay, I'm glad you can still do maths.
Yeah,
What the fuck
I am.
life do you do?
I am as well, honestly. We've changed Pokemon.
I think we should read the Stuart Little books.
What, on
That'd be-
stream?
Would that be subject to copyright?
Surely.
Listen, you can talk about films and books, right? All we have to do is be critical about what we're reading.
Surely they're in
Oh, that
public
shit.
domain. Surely they're in public domain now, though.
I think so. Maybe that's why they could make the
A
what
tag
was
is
Stuart
just the
Little
one
written?
thing. Right.
Stuart,
Was Stuart Little written?
Stuart Little, Stuart by E. He's got white in his name. 1945. That was when World War II ended.
Well, that's not a good time to be writing anything about like.
No,
the
not
40s
that.
Make him look like a rat.
That means it's not public domain then.
Has to be. Isn't it over 80 years to be
Yeah.
public domain?
Yeah, something like that. Well, because I know Mickey Mouse was the 20s, the 1920s. We have to classify that now. Insane. And
Whoa!
he's not public domain.
Even that guy was shocked we had to clarify the 1920s.
Come on. There we go. No. Ugh.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to push the block. Yeah.
The gameplay for Pokemon like this is a chore after playing Xenoblade 1 and 2.
That was how I felt. I felt because I played Xenoblade 1 back in 2020, and then I tried to do like some sort of grinding in Sword and Shield, and I just couldn't do it.
It feels so much better in like the Xenoblade games. And that's not just because like the characters are good and you like they're like quotable. So even when you are hearing the same battle dialogue, you're kind of like vibing with it.
Can this Arcanine actually do something else besides just helping me out?
No, it's a good dog. All it wants to do is bark at you.
It could at least attempt to murder the opponent instead of just letting me do all the work, because that boy was going to one-shot it anyway. I guess we should talk about the new stuff that was revealed yesterday.
Yes.
Both Pokemon and Sonic side of things.
Yeah.
I want to see more of the Sonic stuff. They have the Pokemon. Actually, wasn't nowhere near as much as they gave Sword and Shield second trailer. Which I found kind of like,
Isn't this the first one, or did I miss it?
This is the second. This is the second one. The first one was like just like showing the starters and the fact that we're getting a new region.
The first one came out the first one came out the day after I actually met up with you two.
Yeah.
And I remember that because I watched it on the fucking train, and that train was crowded as shit.
It was the same week the Direct went down, wasn't it? It was the same week as the Nintendo Direct in Feb.
No,
was it the
because
week after?
it was because Western Supersonic was at the end of the month, and the Nintendo Direct in February was on my birthday, which is the 9th.
You pog.
So it was the week after then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem with the Pokemon is just the player outfits, because they don't look like there's options at the moment, and I hate them. Why do the professors get drip, but not us?
They look hot. Well, the cave woman, she does. She looks hot.
And
The other guy looks like a Chad.
he's the Giga Chad.
Yeah, he's literally looks like the Giga Chad. Same like hairstyle and beard.
Sonic seems good in my opinion. I'm cleverly optimistic. The only thing I'd like some context in terms of story and stuff, since Sonic's just kind of running around on this island. That is true. That gameplay video could have been filmed better.
I was gonna say it kind of didn't tell us too much, but I feel like at least there's some kind of mystery behind it at the moment, which I can say a little bit. Like, how are we about Xenoblade 3? This isn't spoilers because there's not been any like significant leaks or anything, but like I feel they're overloading. They're overloading us with a lot of the battle stuff at the moment, and I'm kind of getting like, oh god, am I gonna even understand this game when it comes out?
You'll understand it, it's just that they're sort of like, whoa, look at the fighting now, it's different. It's probably not going to be all that different once you get into it. It's just that the battle system's been sort of like the wow factor of Xenoblade, sort of. So it's like, they want to show off as much as that as possible.
Thank you. Oh my god, you could have done that from the start.
No.
As for
I forgot how slow this all is.
Sonic, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of news throughout the month.
Oh, we are.
So
We're getting combat footage tomorrow.
nice.
Fancy that.
Do you know when that drops?
Probably 5 o'clock like it did yesterday. It's from IGN again. Pretty much IGN, I want to say they've got exclusive footage of all kind of the world premiere stuff for Sonic Frontiers for this month.
It's weird given that we don't have, what was it, E3 happening
No,
this year.
so it's kind of like spread about a bit. Bits and pieces.
Because isn't the Summer Game Show next week?
The Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the 9th.
So, what's the 2nd today? It's Thursday. Then I would put money down on the Nintendo Direct being on the 8th. Being on the Wednesday. Which is going to be really annoying because I'll be at work most likely.
I don't think we'll get any new Sonic stuff in the Summer Game Fest. We might get like an actual trailer and not just gameplay.
Release date?
I feel like we would get a release date as well. It's just that I think IGN's probably going to have most of the Sonic stuff. It's the one that IGN gets that privilege. Well, I mean, IGN it's just a well-known game journalist site, like that reviews stuff. It's one of the ones that have been longest around, so like, it's just like, give it to them.
Yeah, it is pretty ironic.
Well, IGN quite infamously like bad.
They're the ones that are like, oh, it's not Mario, therefore it's bad, kind of place.
There was
Are they hypercritical of it?
there was like this whole thing like 5-6 years ago now, where they said that Sonic was never good, and that Sonic Mania looked like it might be the second good one after CD, which is funny because Sonic CD. And stuff like that, but it happened so long ago that it's like can't really care. So, you know, Aaron Game Grumps, that's when I start having issues.
The Game Grumps, dude.
Yeah, well,
Aaron Hansen.
well, Aaron hasn't really been invited to any Sonic thing for a while. I want to say that's mainly a change in social media management. You know, I have to say, I forgot how slow Pokemon is. I'm so used to how quick things have been in Xenoblade 2 and stuff. I'm not used to turn-based games anymore. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if you heard as well, Teo. I think you knew about Mio being the evasion tank, like the dodge tank in the game.
Yeah.
She's faster than both Dunban and Morag.
She's faster.
They legit they stated that themselves.
Makes sense. Cat.
She's faster than both of them.
Makes sense.
No,
like her base stats overall will be faster than both Dunban and Morag.
well, nothing can hit those two anyways. Hey, so Mio's just gonna be overpowered. Which I'm fine with, because she's the character I'm rooting for. Everyone seems to forget her. Everyone's like, oh, Nora. No, Noah, I mean...
She has jiggle physics for her ears. Have you seen her ears move?
I did see that. That was very good. And now I'm just hoping they do that with the Agnes Queen, who's definitely does not have a name at the moment.
She's definitely not... oh
Redacted.
god, who's it? Oh, I don't know. Don't remember what her name is.
Not even in subtitle leaks do we know.
Nope. Sad face. Don't know who that other queen is either.
No, we know that one because
No,
the subtitles.
No, we don't. They changed it, Tay. They changed it.
Oh, they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the subtitles.
God, kind of a crap Pokemon for this. Like I said, I got a crap Pokemon for this, and I got a fucking mythical out. Yeah.
It's just Pokemon is so slow. It really is. I can't go back to BDSP and stuff like that. I do struggle with it.
I still haven't played Legends Arceus.
Fun. It's definitely a better, like, I think it's the better Pokemon experience we've had in like a long while. I haven't felt like anything hugely positive towards Pokemon since Oris. And Oris was because biased to Gen 3.
Well, the reason why I haven't played Legends yet is because of FF10. and FF14. I was playing those around the time, and I just never went back to it, I guess.
You hating that boss in FF10?
Oh, the final one, yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching you trying to beat that.
That was I find it funny because it's like that one bit from SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs rewinds the TV and the memories go out of the guy's eyes and back into the TV. What was I saying before I went on a tangent? Help me out.
It was about what was it? Oh no. No, it's gone. Help. I think we all collectively just like reset our brain.
Yeah.
That's it. We hit like the,
That was a thought.
Speaking of Legends
Yeah.
Arceus, hi Lauren.
Head
Like-
empty. Literally head empty.
we just hit our limit of like info.
Oh god. Oh yeah, FF10 boss.
Oh yeah,
I
that
remember.
bastard.
So I find it funny because I did struggle a bit with some sections in FF10. But I find it funny how with Xenoblade 2, whenever there was like a hard part, people were like, "Oh, this boss is really difficult and stuff. I really struggle on this." I would just see that afterwards, and I'd be like, "It was meant to be hard. What? People struggle with
I
it?"
know the end
It's
boss,
because you're a game.
the final boss gave people problems.
Yeah, because it had a
Got that one move you can't dodge.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I was just playing the game really good.
The only fight I struggled with.
Everyone
that
is stupid except me.
Yeah.
The only fight I struggled with was like ever rogue, and I'm like, no, stop, no, not more of them, Moltres. And I'm like, no.
It's funny because I streamed my New Game Plus playthrough of that to Sarah, and before that battle I was like, oh, I'm really worried about this section because I feel like with New Game Plus I'm gonna have a hard time timing it all and stuff. No, I just fucking beat the first 4 and they didn't really spawn any others.
Yeah, you just
I'm
shine
like,
the
okay.
sink.
I was in luck this time round. Thankfully they stopped pretty early. And I was like, oh thank god. Because last time I actually beat all 60 of the damn things that will spawn.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching you see that. I was confused. I was just like, wait, what's going? Why?
And then
why is it so hard?
Sarah glitched her Zord fight. Like,
The fucking wheel.
I've never had a game breaking thing like that, like just crashing the fucking game.
The cutscene paused, but all the audio was still going.
It's still going. Nothing I did fixed it, and then we're like, well,
Autosave saved your life there.
yeah, autosave saved me. But it was like, maybe let's just pray that autosave like kicked in or whatever. And then we closed it, and it was like taking like forever to close, and then it said it like crashed and it encountered an error. So that must have been a huge error it encountered for it to like take 5 minutes to close.
The only bosses in XE2 that the only like story bosses I should say that I actually like died on across both my playthroughs was my new game plus playthrough. I died on the final Morag fight because she's
And in Moradane.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of bad things about that one.
Because she's the same level as you. So pretty much, I raised her up to be too good.
Oh,
So really, I think that's a victory for me.
Yeah.
she's just dodging everything.
Not really. More so that she would hit. She hit me more often than I would hit her, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the other one I failed was the chain attack tutorial in Tana, and I failed that multiple times. You don't do
I got a really embarrassing one that I failed. A super embarrassing one.
the first Scrabble on Gramps'
No.
back.
You know when those kids nick Rock's core crystal
Oh yeah, did you die
and
to
you
the
fight their stupid parrots?
cake?
So what happened is that my controller, my pro controller, died midway through the battle, and I was docked, and I was struggling to get my Switch to actually kind of respond to me. When I did it, I immediately ran off the side as Rex. I lost because I ran off of the edge there and just let myself die. It was, and apparently, according to Julian, it's the only time he's seen anyone lose on that fight. And I was like, hey, there's always a first for something. And then I think the second thing that I lost against, I got that stupid, the cables with the spike damage is ridiculous.
That was one I did hear a lot of things about.
I won, but I was wondering how I was taking any damage in the first place.
I didn't even realize that it's just kind of at a certain point. I was just kind of like, I didn't realize that there was spike damage in that. I was just like,
I realized it on my second playthrough, but not on my first.
Oh yeah, there's the Pokemon partners in this game.
I haven't lost because I haven't played it, so I'm the true winner here.
Oh my pro controller is really old. It's ancient.
I need to buy that Xenoblade 2 Pro controller.
There's a Xenoblade 2 Pro controller.
Yeah, there is.
I know there's a Hades one that I want to get.
I was kind of disappointed they did not do one for Xenoblade 1. It feels like a lost opportunity to have like one for each game.
Yeah.
Especially if they do one for free, it will look like DE is like the odd one out here.
To be fair, DE has the better.
If they do one for 3, then they might do one for 1 afterwards. Just so there's like a completed set, if that makes sense.
I guess.
Because they probably haven't like made that decision yet for 3. So if they do make that decision, then odds are they'll probably make one for 1, because they'll know it's like, oh yeah, people probably want a completed set, won't they?
Yeah. But what were you saying about Tay?
I mean, DE so far is the odd one out in the fact that its collector's edition is really big.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got this Pokemon that meant to get electric out. Oh well.
I mean, these
Nuts.
collector set only being that big is probably just because of the vinyl.
It is the vinyl, yeah.
Yeah. Because the art book is not the hugest thing. I like it. I still need to get the Monado archives. I can't believe I don't have the Monado archives still.
I need to still get the collector's edition for Xenoblade 2.
I've been keeping an eye out on eBay.
I found a site called OnBuy, and I'm not sure if I can trust it. But like on there, it's like 100 for collector's edition.
I mean, if that's sealed, that's definitely not gonna be legit. If it's pre-owned, perhaps. But I don't think so, because I think the market for Xenoblade 2's collector's set has made it go up to about 150 quid at the moment.
Yeah.
I can just have a look at what eBay is doing at the moment with it. Because I know, I wanted to get the Free Houses collector's set, and that was like 140 quid. And that's a much more recent game. Okay, yeah, there's one on eBay at 180, another one at 200. The other one's at 176, but I think it's the Japanese version.
I mean, I know. Actually, no, I don't know. I was gonna say, I know the art book in Japan is better, but I'm not sure if the collector's edition was better. I would want a European version for it all to match.
Yeah. Oh, God, Jesus, the price of this thing.
I find it funny that we got the best collector's edition for Xenoblade 1.
I think it's own to us.
To be fair, it's our game. It's the British RPG. Yeah.
Let us commence forth.
We're the,
British.
we're the reason why America even got that game in the first place, and therefore we're the reason why Xenoblade 2 and 3 even exist, and X.
Yeah.
Even definitive editions, collector's set has jumped up in value. We're talking about before 3's announcement. You could pick a sealed copy of it up still for about 120. And for sealed, that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially given you cannot get it on the Nintendo Store or game or anything else anymore, right?
Yeah.
Now after the sale, like the announcement of 3, minimum for the sealed is 250.
Yeah.
Ah!
And I actually wanted to pick up a sealed copy of it.
Of 1.
Of 1, just because I have a version of it, and I was like, oh, I'll get a sealed one. But now I definitely cannot because
We
like
sweat to my 3 copies of the remake.
I think, but wasn't the remake mass-produced in comparison?
Pardon?
Wasn't the remake special edition mass-produced in comparison to Xenoblade's collectors?
Yeah, it kind of was. It was because the second one I bought, there was just a load of them on the shelves, and I was like, "Can I buy one of these?" And they were like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
You've
you
got
can.
a huge backlog of them.
You
so
can
I bought
still pick up the collector's edition on eBay for Final Fantasy VII Remake for £75.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheaper than it was on release. It was like 85.
Would you recommend 2 nearing the end of Xenoblade 1? And I've been wondering. Yes, I would definitely recommend 2. I love that game.
I will be as honest as I can. The worst parts of the game for 2 are early on, and if you get through that, the rest of the game's really, really good.
If you're strong against really bad anime cliches, you'll be fine.
The only
Because
issue...
they destroy me, but I had Paige and Tay like playing it, so I was just watching and I was destroyed a bit, but it's fine. Literally, it's like at most maybe 4 scenes that are really crap, but
There is an
aside from-
avoidable crap scene as well.
Oh yeah, an avoidable crap scene, and 4 that are just there. But aside from that, pretty good. The characters stop being stupid. That's all I can say.
There is also a case of
Fuck, this god is so crunchy. Holy shit.
unfortunately, the tutorials in 2 are complete and utter dog water. Oh, who would you like to thank? I think you should thank Nia.
Yeah.
With a smiley face. Oh, could you put Nia and Mithra?
I was thinking that. Let me see.
I was about to say something mean, but we were on stream and I shouldn't.
How's cat face?
Is it just carved into the rock?
Yeah, yeah. I think if you interact with that rock, oh look, it's a little hedgehog.
Hello. How you doing?
That's how hedgehogs move IRL. Like they're so slow until you scare them and they just run at speed.
Oh yeah, then they just waddle at light speed.
You can save just before fighting it. It doesn't
Friend
force
of
you
mine's
into the
getting
fight.
a pet hedgehog. It's a little albino
Wait, a
dumping
friend of yours is getting a
a pet hedgehog. Yeah,
Aw.
it's a little albino boy.
Aw.
And I saw photos of it, and it's really cute.
I thought it was
He's-
illegal to have a hedgehog as
Yeah,
a
I
pet
thought it
in
was
the UK.
illegal.
Well, they live in America, and also it's
Oh,
not
okay.
illegal. It's not illegal to have a hedgehog that was bred specifically for being a pet. It's only illegal if you like picked one out of the wild and kept it as a pet. That's when it becomes illegal.
Okay. You know, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so say like you bought a hedgehog from a pet store,
That's fine.
not illegal.
Okay.
But if like, oh, there's a hedgehog in my garden, I'm gonna keep it, then yeah, the law gets a bit upset.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah, because they're like protected animals, even though they don't do a very good job of protecting themselves.
Isn't it the same with pandas, where like it's actually the pandas' fault they're going extinct?
So you're saying the start is booty, butt cheeks, but after that it's great. I think I'll survive then. I've powered through some. Well, I'm gonna say this now.
Oh, this is
if you've
pretty.
survived Ether Mines in Xenoblade 1, you'll survive Xenoblade 2's less than stellar parts. There's only one area in the game that drives me up the fucking wall, and I can't say it because of spoilers. But Tail Echo my fault on that one.
Yes. I mean, I know this is I will admit this is not a good thing to say about a game, but like a big recommend to watch Trigger Conroy's video on what I wish I knew before I played Xenoblade 2. It's not a good thing that you have to watch a video online before you play a game. I will admit that, but also watching that video helps.
It's between being really confused early game, making a lot of the encounters incredibly difficult because you don't understand what you're doing, and actually understanding it fully.
I like how the camera kind of went crazy to
Yeah.
introduce that fight. It's kind of weird.
This is a nice looking background.
Yeah, and the total booty cheeks thing is like the worst parts are in a couple of select scenes. Like you'll know it when you come to it, but after that, it's like right, let's move on.
Like there is legitimately not a single shitty.
Okay.
Like... Oh. Oh, okay, well done. Congrats. That was definitely a thing. What a hard fight that was.
Wow,
Send to a box.
great stream.
Sent to a box, just a random box on the floor.
Just a cardboard one. The Mirage
And you got
branding
that
box.
annoying hedgehog.
Pardon, Paige?
Finally got that annoying hedgehog.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Is it meant to be that easy?
I don't know. I actually don't.
Hey. First try, let's go.
Now do it with Darkrai.
Yeah, I won, baby.
Okay.
Double whammy.
So I know that the Arceus event is out, but you need to do everything in Legends Arceus to unlock it, and I haven't even played it, so...
It's complete ass that you have to,
I don't...
I feel.
Is it a limited event?
Thank
Sorry.
you.
No, it stays in BDSP, so long as you have a complete Arceus file on your Switch account, you'll be able to get the event on BDSP.
Okay.
I don't know, because I kind of disagree with that it being asked. It's like completing Legends Arceus probably can't be an easy thing to do. But if you think about it, doing it as long as you have this other game, will give you an unlimited supply of Arceuses. Because you can just reset the game. You have to replay the whole of BDSP to do it. But I don't know. I think that's a good reward.
I guess so. I'm just like, I would have just preferred it to be just complete the Pokédex in Arceus, rather than all the side quests. It's funny because I'll do the same side quests all the time in Xenoblade 1, and I'll never get bored of it, because I'm just so used to it. I'm on autopilot. But when it comes to like Arceus, I'm like, no, I just want to catch Pokemon. I don't want to be doing this.
Well, it's because the combat and gameplay loop of Xenoblade is more refined and
Yeah.
kind of more suited than Pokemon. Because Pokemon, it's turn-based, so it can be a lot of rating. It's a bit of a slow process, I guess.
I just want to strangle Desiree.
For not giving you the
Fourth skill
full
tree.
skill tree for such a long time.
It's like, you bitch. Just give it to me.
I kind of want to see how fast I can complete Xenoblade 1.
Wait, this isn't. Oh fuck! I don't want to go to Iron Islands, do I? No, I need
No.
to see the guy. I need to see the kid, don't I?
Yeah, you go into the house with the kid having nightmares.
Get me off this boat! Get me off this boat!
Free's gonna be really fun when it comes out.
Oh god, we're nearing the end of Pokemon. What do we do for the rest of the stream?
Oh shit, oh fuck, and it's
Play
been...
2.
You know, I could fight. I could fight Ophion.
Xenoblade 2, but it's Ophion versus Morag. And
That is a. Well, I would take for a minute. I want to actually like fight Ophion normally.
Yeah, but what about young, what was their name? Was it Jack?
Yeah,
What
Jack.
about young Jackie boy? Like, they wanted to...
That is what I'm thinking
Play
because that would have spoilers in it, and I don't want to spoil
Yeah.
Jack. Are you guys safe for the state of play? Oh yeah, that is tonight, isn't it?
wait, there's a state of play.
At 11 o'clock. That was when I was meant to say earlier. I was like, oh yeah, the stream's not going to take like till 11.
Oh,
To
because
do
there's a state of play.
Yeah, because I kind of do want to watch that state of play because there might be
Do you want to finish at 10:30 or something?
10:30ish. I can end. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for reminding me on that because I forgot about that.
I mean, I don't tend to gravitate towards Sony stuff. I mean, does anyone know if Square is going to be there?
I don't know. I don't know what is going to be there and what's not. I'm mainly like seeing it because like there might be something that
Sonic?
I want. There's not going to be any Sonic
Uh,
because IGN's got Sonic down for the month. I don't know.
I mean, if there's going to be anything Square there, I might be like slightly more interested. If
I don't know, after the fucking near heart attack of the Epic Games logo and then Final Fantasy remake footage.
Oh, the 16 soul stage has been updated today, but take that with a grain of salt. Well, it would probably make sense as well because I don't know how much of like a direct tie this is, but Uniqlo released their Final Fantasy shirts last week on Friday, and they had their 16 stuff out.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they would be making merchandise for 16 before it's even fucking come out with anything significant news-wise.
I mean, if there is news, cool. But I'll probably just, if anything comes out, I'll just watch trailers after the thing. Because when I know something's gonna happen, I have to sit and wait for it. I get itchy. It's like, no, I just want to see the thing that I want.
It'll be a case of we don't even know the stuff that we want will be there, but you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Unless there's things to laugh at, then. But otherwise, I just tend to like wait. Because I was never like, when it came to like remake news, I always waited until I knew for sure there was a trailer out before like watching stuff about it. So if I saw people get excited about remake, then I check Square, and then it's like, oh, there's a new trailer. I'll watch that.
I remember waiting for Xenoblade Definitive news when there was that huge drought of Nintendo Directs or anything because of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they dropped that mini direct in March. And I was talking to Zoe at the time, and my notification went off, and I was like, "Oh my god, no! We have to stop whatever we're doing because I think there might be Xenoblade in this."
And then it was Definitive.
Yeah, and it was definitive edition with HD Dunban, and I was like, oh, he's beautiful.
Right. Does anyone know how do I do the Darkrai event? I've got the.
Is it?
I've got the member card.
Have you caught Cresselia?
Do I need to do that?
I feel you have to. I feel you have to at least have gone and released it into the wild. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, I haven't even caught most of the legendaries in this. Yeah, really.
That could be a thing that you could do for the stream. To go around and collect and grab all the
Yeah.
legends.
I could, couldn't I?
So, yeah, you have to have gone to Full Moon Island and encountered Cresselia. I thought so.
Right, where's...
You've got to have at least released Cresselia to do the event.
Yeah, I haven't done... Okay.
Imagine if someone read that as they have to catch it and then release it. That'd be pretty funny.
I was
I
thinking
don't think
that...
you've released her.
Where is this island?
For Cresselia, you take a boat there, and I'm trying to remember. I think you take the boat from that. Give me a second. I'm gonna have a look. Cause it's been a hot minute since I gave a shit about finishing Pokemon games fully. Give me a second. Let's have a look.
I'm just waiting on the release for the Tycho game.
There's a new... Oh, the one with the subscription.
Yeah, the one with the subscription and the one game that is, the one song that is Megalovania. I found that really funny.
Did my shiny playthrough of Black and White 1, I got my Blitz after 20...
Lieutenant Region, you must complete a short quest involving Sailor Aldrich and his son.
20k encounters. Sorry, what was that?
So you have to go and do this little quest for this Captain Aldrich. So go to Canalave City and go to the house near the pier. Speak to the child and his mother. Go out and speak to Sailor Aldrich. Travel to Full Moon Island to get the Lunar Wing.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so after you do that, you'll Cresselia will be roaming, and then you can do the Darkrai event.
Cool.
I recently resumed doing my shiny playthrough in Black and White Runoff. I got my Blitz off at 20k counters. That's grim. That's twice over odds. You poor soul.
Do we know if not the blue and yellow of the lake spirits?
Uxie, yeah.
Yeah, are they roaming or is it just the pink?
Uxie and Azelf are stationary in their respective in their respective lakes. It's Mesprit that's roaming.
Okay. You know, I'm so surprised I haven't caught those two yet. Yeah, no. Oh, let's give him like a fun background. How do I change the background of the box? There we are.
On the box, and then I think you just select them.
Oh, that's cute. Right, let's have a look what we've got. No. Let's find something good for the legendaries.
Base one.
You know, I'm leaning on space.
I mean, you have the Pokemon of Time there.
But not the Pokemon of space. Torchic for some reason. Oh my god, some of these are cute. Oh, Legend! Team Galactic Distortion Platinum. Oh, I haven't caught Giratina yet, have I? Wow, I did not do a lot in this game.
There's platinum content that they removed from our game.
That is weird, they've got the platinum stuff there and they didn't base this game off platinum. There we are. That's not. No, go away.
Oh, short and 300 encounters is pretty good though. You don't have to save Tay, it'll just run away. It'll just roam.
That bitch. Oh hey. Luna Feather.
This is where you'd save though to shiny check it.
Okay.
So
Should we get a shiny one? No.
no, soft resetting on this game is ass. I love how your Pokemon just gets caught everywhere. The following mechanic in this game is just not implemented well.
At least it's here.
Yeah, it's here, but it was not implemented well. It looks like it's coming back though in Scarlet and Violet.
That's good as it should be. Ooh. Don't like that kid's face. Oh my god.
Oh god. Ew. No, I preferred it when your eyes were shut.
Sleep. Kid, sleep.
Coma. Effectively.
Right, now that I've done that.
No, you don't want to go anywhere there. You just need to go to that locked in
Yeah.
now.
Go towards the light.
We're gonna pull the plug socket.
Right, why am I in bed?
That is not
Ah.
comforting at all.
Wait, what? Why am I on an island?
He died.
My god, Pokemon.exe.
Ooh.
Is that Sonic.exe?
That fucking video.
That child, you would have. I think you would have thrown hands with this.
I was
sword.
swan in that theatre.
What the fuck did you just say?
That's Sonic.exe.
Just how loud the kid said it.
Well, my friend got a fucking shiny Darkrai within like 65 resets. I was like, you lucky bitch.
Darkrai is a cool Pokemon. Oh, this background's cool.
If you want to shiny hunt these, you can. Obviously, I missed the event because I'm a dumbass, but like, did you catch it?
No.
Oh no!
At least it's level 50.
Always be that
No.
We still can't shiny hunt a Deoxys in a modern game.
What, not
I
in,
You can't hunt in Oris because it's shiny locked.
oh
it's
yeah, that was the...
It's not catchable in Gen 8 or Gen 7. In Gen 3, you had to go to an event in person to get the Aurora ticket to go and get Deoxys. That's at full odds, so that's 1 in 8,192. And you can't do that today because well, you know, there's no events going around. You have to send it off to people that have the event cartridges still.
I do sort of like how Pokemon has slowly been making all of their mythicals. Fuck's sake. All of their mythicals, oh thank god. All of their mythicals, like, just available normally. Like, Mew and Jirachi in this game. I think Shaymin and Darkrai in Arceus. Arceus is in Arceus. Deoxys in Oras. That one in Sword and Shield.
The one in Sword and Shield.
One of the Musketeer ones from Gen 5.
Oh.
The
You could get in the DLC. Yes.
Keldeo you can get, yeah. You still can't shiny hunt it, so there's no legitimate way to get a shiny Keldeo.
I mean, I'm just glad it's like available for people to just get whenever. That's kind of, if we could just get to the point where every Pokemon is available to just get normally, no more mythicals. Ooh, I would be happy. I think it would help people and FOMO.
I think they're calming down with mythicals anyway.
No! Oh well.
Gen 8
You
only
bitch!
had oh, you crit it. Well,
Thunder
time to
critted it.
reset.
Thunder critted it, wanting to be praised. You absolute shithead. We didn't want to kill it.
We've calmed down anyway with mythical Pokemon because Gen 8 only had one.
Oh yeah.
It only had Zarude, which is strange because most gens since 4 have had multiple.
Oh yeah, because we're not doing. We're leaving Gen 8 now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Like I really was under the assumption we'd have one more mythical for Gen 8. Given that like Gen 7 had I think 3, I want to say it was 3 of them. Or 4 actually, because I think Melmetal counts as a Gen 7 Pokemon.
How do you get the Reggies in this game?
They're in that Poke Park thing where you have to go underground and
Oh yeah, that's how you got a lot of the legend. That's how you get a lot of legends. Yeah.
I've done the Reggies on mine. You get the Reggies first, and then you get the cats or the birds second.
Hmm.
And then you get their masters like Ho-Oh, Lugia, Kyogre, Groudon then come next I think, and then you get Rayquaza. I know it's in order though. The Reggies are the first ones you'll get because they want you to get Regigigas.
Yes. Is he still level 1? Or is that only in Platinum?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I can't answer you there. I think it's level 7 too. I'll be honest, I really don't get why they make it a difference between legendaries and mythicals. I think it meant a lot more before Gen 6. Because a lot of the mythicals, as someone who grew up with like the Game Boy Advance games, so like Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, stuff like that, half the time if you were a kid you couldn't get these mythicals very easily. They were pretty much limited to like you saw them in the films, you saw them in the trading card game. You'd be lucky if you saw them actually in your game if you could attend an event nearby. And our nearest city is like, for us at least, is like an hour and 10 minutes away. And when you're like 9 years old, without being able and not able to like leave your house and do whatever you want to do, you can't exactly just go an hour and 10 minutes up the road to go and get a Deoxys from like Toys R Us.
Quiz talk.
Huh?
Quiz talk. Just run away from home, Flyhead.
I should have my Deoxys.
Yeah.
The only event that I managed to get to when I was quite young was the 10th anniversary event for Pokemon, which is really strange to talk about given that I think we're 25 years into Pokemon now, that's scary. They were giving away Mew there, and that was the only one I ever managed to attend, was the one that let me download a Mew.
The only mythicals I'm missing is the Melmelt Blime.
Melmetal and the Meltan.
Yeah, and the Gen 8 one.
Oh, Zarude. Yeah, Zarude was stupid how they distributed that.
That was so fucking. So I'll be completely happy because my favorite thing to do in Pokemon is just legendary hunt, which is funny because in this game full of legendaries, I've hardly done it apparently, as we found out today. And so if they just turn all the mythicals into legendaries, I can just hunt. That'll be fine. I'm good with that. Speaking of which, thank you, Darkrai.
you already have with, at least with Deoxys, because up to that point, Deoxys was the only mythical that was changed to basically a legendary because it was encountered normally in game.
Yeah.
And now Arceus has also done that. Because you can encounter it ordinarily, like through no like download event in Legends Arceus, and also now Diamond and Pearl.
I mean, Claudio was like the second one to do it because you could get it in
Sword and Shield,
Crown Tundra. Yeah.
I think you can also now get Shaymin, Darkrai, etc. in Legends Arceus without any events as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because it's compatible with Home, pretty much all of Gen 4's mythicals are now easily accessible to people.
Actually, when I was thinking about it, do you say Mew and Jirachi as well? Because those are easy to get now as well.
You just have to have game data of Let's Go on your Switch, and then it's Sword and Shield, isn't it, for Jirachi?
Yeah. I want to say that, I mean, this is going to change very soon, so make sure to buy Pokemon Crystal on 3DS.
Celebi, yeah.
Because at this point in time, the mythical Pokemon from Gen 1, 2, and 4 are all sort of easily accessible.
It's Celebi that's going to be the problem soon. Also, if you want to get a legitimate shiny Celebi, you want to download Crystal on eShop.
Okay, can I get better repels? This is running out way too often.
I really hope that we get like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and like just Game Boy stuff on the Switch. I really hope we do.
My problem is they're releasing all this so slow that by the time they get to like the interesting stuff, like GameCube and Game Boy, they're not going to do it because we're going to be moving on to the Switch 2 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the next console. It's weird to think that the Switch is was it 5 years old?
I think it's older than the Wii U was when the Switch came out. Oh, it's the same age, round about.
I'm gonna be torturing myself by doing that soon. Shiny Celebi looks so great. I've only done one Gen 2 hunt, and that was Suicune on Crystal, because Suicune's shiny and Crystal is a completely different color than every other Suicune shiny that we've ever had after. It's strange because Suicune's got like 3 different shinies. It has like one of a black mane in XD Gale Darkness and Colosseum. It has a Periwinkle kind of like light purple color in Crystal, and then every game after from Gen 3 on has had the traditional like light blue body with darker blue mane. 3 of my 6 members of my shiny Crystal running. Did you reset for like Cyndaquil or Totodile by any chance? Because their shinies are completely different from their shinies in modern games. I like the fact that Cyndaquil was purple. Are you gonna go and get the lake spirits now?
I think I might as well, because you know we didn't really know what to do at this point, and then we realized, oh wait, I actually didn't catch a lot of stuff in this game.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I hate this.
Oh, anyone?
Anyone?
Paige, do you need to get your caffeine?
Oh yeah, I need to go and grab my caffeine.
Yeah.
I bet when I come back, you better not be, I don't know, fighting a shiny Giratina Game Freezers.
Did that happen to someone?
Yeah, that happened to Supreme Arcanine. I watch his shiny hunts like kind of often when they happen. He got his first shiny Giratina he ever soft resetted for. The game just decided to freeze.
Oh no.
Wait,
Suck.
no, didn't we catch the lake spirits though? Because I feel like I remember I did it like on call, and we said about how
your
we.
boxes. You can check boxes from your.
Yeah, I checked and I couldn't see them, and we said how shiny the
Check your Pokédex.
the reflection was. Oh no, I do, found them.
Okay.
Alright,
So you got the
fetuses.
the fetuses, yeah.
You
Ah,
gotta get Giratina now.
okay, yeah, good. Oh god.
Ooh, that was a close one.
I think I ended up calling my Azelf Chaos because of its head shape.
Oh my god, it is, isn't it? You know nothing, fool. It's chaos, the god of destruction.
And the red
People
like
just like that.
crystal in its like head.
It's like
You
little
could
brain.
see it's like a brain.
Sorry, the red crystal. I ate her.
I ate her. No, we shouldn't say anything like.
Well, I'm not. Well, that's why I'm not saying what that is.
Indeed.
They're eating people.
When I was playing that yesterday, and you were like, oh.
Right, where is Giratina?
Wayward Cave. It's go to the right of the map. Yeah, it's on the route just up from there. That straight route up. To the left a bit, like to the left again. Yeah, it's where that is.
Okay.
It was previously blocked off, and now you'll be able to go there. It is a bit of a maze though. Wayward Cave is.
Oh yeah,
It's one
no,
of
it's.
those things, yeah.
I know
It's
it's
one of
like
those things where you have to go and like make sure you're going the right way to get to the actual end.
To be fair, you say it's it was previously blocked off, but like, I don't know because it's been a minute and a half since.
No, I meant in when you play through it before you beat the Elite Four, it's blocked off.
Hmm.
Like you can't go down there.
I'm not seeing a label that says Wayward Cave.
No, you don't get it until you get there.
Okay, is it route? Which route is it?
213.
213. Okay.
That really long and spindly one. 214, I guess it is by technicality. You just go up that really long route to that next town. It's on the right.
Okay, cool. And
You can't miss it when you see it, but I think you need rock climb to get in it.
that's fine. I don't need to bring a Pokemon because it's this game.
Oh yeah, they actually fixed the HMs.
Yeah, and this is why I like this game more than the original Gen 4.
But because you don't need to have the Pokemon on you to use the.
No,
No.
you just have to have a Pokemon who knows it. Like, at least in your boxes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I realized that we did already catch those because I was like, wait, didn't we like comment about how the water was very reflective?
Yeah, reflective and pretty, and then we're like, this is such a low bar for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go grab my caffeine then.
Okay.
I will be back within 30 minutes or so, maybe? I don't know how long it'll take me. Depends on the traffic.
Cool. I'm not sure what.
Speed run.
I'm not sure what's going to be happening in 30 minutes in terms of what we're catching. Because I could catch the Reggies, but also that would require, I think, a lot of setup.
Yeah.
A setup I don't want to do. I guess we could catch Celestia, Celeste, because she's out and about, but yeah. Wait, we're on the wrong route now, aren't we?
If you want after Pokemon knowledge from me, you're fucked. Because I didn't play Gen 4, I don't know anything about whatever this brilliant diamond
Shining Pearl.
and Shitting Pearl.
Shitting Pearl. The Pokemon game with a questionable acronym.
I found a video last night and I was tempted to send it to you, but then I realised what the time was when I found it. So I was like, oh wait, take up with this. But it was like, don't be shy, shit your pants, you can do it.
What time was it when you found it?
I don't know. It was like 5 in the morning because I couldn't sleep.
Oh yeah, I'll be asleep then, but like, just send me shit at 5 in the morning. I won't respond straight away, but like, but my phone notifications are off.
Notifications on your phone, and I don't want to wake you up with, "Come on, shit your pants. You can do it. Don't be shy.
Just let it be the first thing I read in the morning.
Don't be shy. Shit your pants."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wake
you're like,
up,
"You're
take
right,
a shit, get out of bed.
I can't get out of bed if I don't shit." See if I can find it again.
Oh boy, a bottle of protein.
I forgot there was a game called Don't Shit Your Pants.
Are we sure we know where this... I guess we're not, are we?
No.
These dumb trees in the way. Wait, let me Google this. Wayward Cave. Wait, it's not Wayward Cave, is it?
No.
Giratina. Turnback Cave. That was it.
Be shy, shit your pants.
Come on. So, okay. Turn back cave. It's located within Send-Off Spring. Okay, so we were a bit off there. Are you laughing at that video?
I think I found it as part of like a compilation, but I want to try and find the video like isolated.
There's always a pain.
I just want an isolated incident of the.
There's always a pain when you try to find like the original video, but you just keep finding all the dumb edits people have made.
Yeah. It's like, no, I just want the original of someone falling off of a trampoline or whatever.
Yeah, like no, you guys' edits aren't as funny as the original. Just let me find it. Spring Path.
Why is the background the inside of a mouth?
What?
I found the clip on its own, and I just realised what the background was.
Oh,
It's good.
I need to see this one after stream.
Yeah, after stream. So wait, who are we after again? It's like
Giratina.
Giratina.
It's funny because back. Oh Jesus Christ!
God, he just scraped your ass.
That's. It's funny because when I used to do those shiny hunting streams,
Yeah.
Giratina was the one that I was like, okay, we're gonna do this one next, and then we never did it because I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Past 3 pillars, sleeping before 30 is surpassed. I don't know what that means. So, I'm just looking at Cerebrief because I ain't doing it on my own. Oh no, I don't know. If the Dynamax in animation was able to be skipped, to be honest. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't really, but I just did it because I kind of wanted to at points. I didn't really have much passion, admittedly, towards it.
What, shiny hunting?
No, yeah. I was just doing
I
it.
find that it always made me fall asleep, so I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, like I am glad I got the shiny Ho-Oh because that was kind of nice to get, but I don't want to waste so much of my life doing it. I think the only other one I want to get is a shiny Rayquaza, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'll be fine with that. I don't know why I did Giratina. I already have a shiny Giratina. I mean, I guess it's still 100 and it was clearly cheated in, but I just got it somehow, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll keep this. It's fine.
It was like when I got a shiny Charizard through the Wonder Trade.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that was one thing I loved about like I can't remember which game it was. I think Sun and Moon had it, or what was the game that? It was Oris. That was it. I always loved like just sitting, doing nothing, and just wonder trading for hours.
Oh, no, I used to love doing that in Gen 6.
Yeah, just sitting there wonder trading, and then every once in a while you just get gold, and you're like, wow.
It was how I got my first Metagross and Salamence.
Yeah.
So I guess...
And it was so helpful with like just getting Pokemon that were restricted to different copies.
Yeah.
Which I fucking hated.
They made the process of doing all that so much like more tedious later on.
I don't know why they made it so it's like, oh, there's only Pokemon in certain copies, but you know, to get the cool shit, you have to complete the Pokédex, and it's like, well, put all the Pokemon in one game, you arseholes. I don't want to fucking be stuck with the Pokemon that, you know, it's just on this copy. Or at least release like a merged version. At least. But no. You have to get both. To be able to complete the Pokédex so you can have the cool shit.
I think they should just make one version of a Pokemon game and just make it like a really good game on its own. Because that's what Platinum was. That's what Emerald was. That's what Arceus was. Just go back to just do that. Because then it's like there's one complete game there, as opposed to
Yeah.
stretching its content across 2 games.
Yeah, it's like I just never understood it. It always annoyed me. But like certain Pokemon are just limited to 1 copy, and it's like, can you just not put all of them in 1 game? Why does it have to be 2 separate ones? I don't understand.
Speaking of don't understand, I don't understand that. Apparently I need to find 3 rooms with pillars, but it's all luck based.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
fun.
yeah. I like how Pokemon has some of the most like cryptic puzzles, and it's like these games are for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, this is it. Oh, here's a pillar. 213. Oop. Oh. Oh, here's pillar 3. 316. Neat. And then I don't know. Have a look. In the room that comes after the 3rd pillar, so I guess any room is fine. Apparently there's an item you can get for Giratina here as well, but I'm not too sure on that. Because I would kind of like Origin Farm Giratina. Let me look.
Giratina has 2 forms.
Yeah. He has one with feet and one with tentacles.
Do you want Giratina feet or not?
I want the one without feet. The distortion slate will be available for purchase at the shop. These items can be found in the... Okay. So apparently you have to go to a park afterwards. Here he is, look at him.
There he is.
Feet? God damn it.
Feet? As at first I was like, feet as a joke. I don't think it's a joke anymore.
Oh, this battlefield isn't cool. This just looks like a collapsed mineshaft.
Just poopy rocks.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I wanted it to be hell. Or at least some cool looking backdrop.
Yeah, no.
This guy's just been sat here this whole time? It sounds like more like his problem.
Feel kind of sad for him.
Yeah.
Sad shit.
Everyone else gets a cool backdrop. This guy's just like, That's my 3rd game that doesn't exist, I guess.
What do you mean there isn't a platinum?
Oh shit. Well, guess. Oh good, he's faster than me. I did save before this, right?
I think so. I hope so.
I hope so.
I can't remember. Let's just hope.
Yeah. Ooh.
Every once in a while I hear someone else like cough and I'm like, yeah, so
This shouldn't kill him. There we go, yeah, good. Got him right where we want him. Ghost Dragon type. None of us are fairy. Team split. Oh, what the fuck?
what the fuck, dude?
He can heal himself?
Bruh. Little bitch.
That ain't cool.
That's mean.
You know how hard it is to get you down to like a red health without killing you? Yeah, he's paralyzed.
One idiot.
Now get in the ball. Oh, damn it. Fuck, might as well just do Dust Ball. Don't split the pain again. Actually, that did damage to him.
What an idiot.
Because we're both such low health. Oh, fuck. Well. I guess it's I can't throw a Pokeball this time. Oh, I'm glad for it.
The way he disappears.
Yeah, because this move failed. Oh, you're doing this again? Okay. No, I've never used a... Ooh. A battle item.
Neither have I. They just gather.
Yeah. Like, go on then. Well, I've got nothing else to do. There we go. It was the battle item that did it.
Yep.
It was like, oh, finally a trainer that uses them. I'm like, no, I just got bored. Yay. No, I don't want to add him to the party. In the box he goes. Right, if I'm honest, I don't know what else we can do now. I guess we can catch Celeste. Because we did
think
like...
so, yeah.
Oh fuck, I skipped over it. Oh fucking... There we go. So fun fact, Platinum added a back button to that, and for whatever reason, they didn't bring that back in this version.
Sad. Oh, what's that really useful function that everyone liked? Nah, don't need that.
The back button? Wow.
Pokemon's come a long way. Let's get rid of it.
Alright, let me look up what roaming legendaries they are in this game. There's only 2 roaming legendary Pokemon. It's Mesprit and Celeste, and I've got Mesprit.
Nice.
So this shouldn't actually be that hard. I mean, getting it to appear in the same area as me is still going to be a pain, but
Maybe a ball ache, but
yeah. Oh wait, it's going to be a lower level than me, isn't it? Should probably turn off the repel. Oh fucking hell! No, get back here! See, like, do you see this bullshit? Like, so it's in like the area to the left.
yeah.
But the thing about it is that it will switch areas when you switch areas. So you can't just walk
Bitch.
into the area it's in, because otherwise it will move.
Bitch.
Like that, and we just swapped areas. So you're always like out of sync with it, and now it's flown away, this shit. Flying all the way over, flying all the way around since, you know. What are your thoughts on Sonic Frontiers so far, Sarah? Have you seen the gameplay?
Like, given that it's just like the bare bones, like, hey, this is what we got. Looks alright.
Yeah.
Because, like, people say, like, the battle system looks poopy or whatever. It's like,
You haven't really
But you
seen it
don't-
yet.
like, you don't know how it plays.
No, we've only seen the teaser for the combat. We're getting like the full combat gameplay tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I can't see the problem that everyone else is having with it. I just look at it and I'm like, that looks fine.
Yeah.
I will enjoy that. I don't really see what's like. Oh, we're in the same area. I don't really see what's so offensively bad about it, you know?
Yeah.
There we go. And because it's a roaming legendary and it's the last one, fuck you. Hey, it actually matches the ball.
Hey.
There we go. Like, I think a lot of people are just really paranoid. For whatever fucking reason. It's like, I don't know. If you're that paranoid and stressed about it, maybe take a break from this franchise.
Probably, yeah, just like, you know, it's Sonic, it's not that deep.
That's kind of how I feel about a lot of the things I see be online. Is just, I feel like so many people just like, because there were like because there was like when we got that few seconds of footage 2 days ago, I saw a channel was judging everything based on that, and it's like, this is literally a teaser for what we're gonna see in the months. Can't you all just like
Hey, chill.
wait a bit?
No.
We're getting more soon. Just like, right, this is what we've seen in there's the teaser for it. Like, so I don't know.
Like, to show off the kind of environments it's gonna happen. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
They
like,
can't, they can't.
what is
Together.
what the gameplay in that is gonna be, but like it's a teaser for what that they're gonna expand upon later.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we got an expansion there, but it's like, if you really are like that super stressed about it or stuff, because I feel like we're at a point where a lot of these people who make these sort of videos just are not going to be happy no matter what they put out.
Yeah.
Because I see, because I've seen people complain about it being like, oh, it's not momentum based, and that, there's one tweet that was like, lol, the game doesn't work properly when Sonic stepped on a rail and just went up it, like he went from 0 to 100, and it's like, no, the game working properly because that's what the devs intended. That's how every grind roll since Shadow the Hedgehog worked.
Yeah, it just kind of like slurps you on and you start moving.
Yeah. Like I get people want a momentum-based Sonic, a 3D Sonic game, but like, there's no point getting mad at this one for not being what you want.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're mad about this game for being something that it's not even trying to be.
Yeah.
And then to me, you're not judging that game fairly then.
No, it's like they want it to be what they want, and when something isn't what they want, then it's like, now I'm going to shout and cry about it, and it's like, fam, chill.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are judging the game based on something that it isn't rather than something that it is.
Yeah. It was like when people were mad about the 7 remake for not being open world enough, and it's like, you realize where they are, right? The game never ever once said it was going to be open world, like at least like the first part, and secondly, they're in Midgar, the most cramped place on Earth. Like, chill.
Yeah.
It's meant to be cramped and sort of, you know, corridor-y, because you have to like find your way through all the shit that's been dumped there.
Mm-hmm.
And Like, oh no, it's corridors. Like people gave Final Fantasy 13 shit, and it's like, yeah, because it was like the most like it kept like advertising itself as the most expansive world it's ever been, and then you were stuck in a corridor,
Yeah.
and then that's why people were mad about 13. That and all the characters are fucking insufferable. But less said about that, the better. But it's like people they have like sort of something set in their mind that they know is probably not going to happen, and then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then it's like, oh yeah, I was right, the games are bad. Yeah, I can't wait to see Vincent either. I think that scene's going to be funny. Because the scene itself, like in the original, is pretty funny, because they just find a dude sleeping in a coffin, and he's like, you want to come with us? And he's like, no, leave me alone. And then he just changes his mind. So that scene itself is pretty funny in the original. And given that the humor in the remake is
I need
actually
to put
really good.
my repels back on.
So what was it?
I was saying I need to put my repels back on.
Oh yeah.
But no, I just feel like a lot of people are judging it based on what it's not rather than what it is. I mean, like, you can look at that gameplay footage and not like it. Like, I've seen people say that, like, it looks empty and stuff. Which, like, if that's the opinion you formed based on that, then okay,
Fair
fine.
enough.
But like, complaining that it's not a momentum-based game, it's like, to me, that's just like, well, at that point, you're not really giving the game a fair shot. Or you're mad that it's not what you want, not this what you wanted, rather than something else that it's not. It was funny because a lot of people said it looked like some sort of tech demo, but it's like, you realise that every Sonic fan game that is momentum based, they've all just been tech demos and have not left the tech demo stage.
Yeah.
Right, where was the... Oh, it was there. Do you hear about... I think I said this in our chat. About someone doxing someone else just because they said that they were excited for the game.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. That's...
that happened.
What a mong.
Whenever I say that I hate the Sonic fan base, it's because of shit like that. It's become
Yeah.
exhausting to just look at and stuff. I get no joy out of looking at other people's Sonic treats. Where's the... There we are.
It's either like they're so like just they're so negative about stuff that it's like, okay, we get it, you're miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh yeah, someone doing something stupid, and then someone else being like, this is why the Sonic fan base, you know, anyone who likes Sonic is bad. And it's like, well, you're an idiot. Like they use sort of things like that to say like the whole fandom is bad,
Yeah.
where it's like it's just the people who are active on Twitter, which single-handedly makes the degeneracy counter go upwards
I'm probably
in
gonna
momentum.
like unfollow a bunch of people on Twitter
Yeah.
after a bit. Just like, I'll just mute people. Just see less Sonic on my timeline, I think would be best. Hi, Professor Oak.
Hello,
chain.
your return.
Hi.
Hey.
We got the chain counter, Poketech. Oh, this
Yay.
lets us shiny hunt, right?
Shiny hunting on this game is bad, especially the chaining.
We were just saying about negativity in Sonic fan base recently.
And people are like, oh, Sonic's never going to be good again, before a game hasn't even come out yet.
It was me mainly saying how people are mad that the game's not momentum based, even though that's not the game that was ever promised to them. and at that point you're upset about a game about this game being something that it was never said to be.
Yeah, it's just like it just becomes like self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. Like you're angry that something you know won't happen didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, maybe don't do that.
Why are these slates? At least to get legendary Pokemon.
That's to get that's to slot in to be able to see them.
Okay.
I think negativity in any fan base is really, really fucking toxic, especially if it's not even justified.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, like there's a difference between discussing, like, say, Xenoblade 2 sexualization of characters, you know, because that is a legitimate issue, right?
Yeah.
But quill length.
Don't get us started on quill length.
You know what I mean, though, right?
So I won't lie, when I was watching that gameplay, because you know it was actual like gameplay now, and I could see like Sonic moving about, and the guy was moving really slowly in that thing. I was like, you know what, they might have a point, but it probably should not have been that big of a fuss as it ended up being.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those are a tad short, but it's not that important.
He got a haircut, that's all. You know. He got fed up of tripping over on his quills, so he got a haircut.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's the veggie room. Oh yeah, why you were going to be Cart, Giratina, and Celestia. Cresselia, that was it.
I think you were getting Celesteela and Cresselia mixed up.
Yeah. We used the Master Ball on
Cresselia.
yeah.
Stop it from roaming.
Yeah, because I already caught the overwhelming legendary, so like, I figured might as well.
And it matched.
Yeah.
Perfect ball for Cresselia would be the dream one.
Oh, it would. Wait, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think the only Pokemon I'm missing now is Heatran and whichever Pokemon are in this area. But I can't really do anything in this area. Scroll room? Is this the FF8 room?
This is Tom 88 room. Where are you, Squall?
Does this look like a Final Fantasy VIII?
I mean, I could see Ultimecia being here.
Wood Diamond.
Pardon?
Is this Pearl or Diamond?
Paul.
I think that's the room for Lugia.
Okay.
Luigi.
Well, I can't really do anything here at the moment because I don't have any stones. And do I find said stones in the underground? Like, I trade them?
Yep, dig them.
London Underground.
So, I'll be honest, I came here because I was looking for... I was looking for Giratina's orb thing. I was trying to because I wanted Giratina's origin farm.
Length.
No, yeah, God. This is what I mean. This is why I just can't interact with anyone in that fandom anymore. I don't want this.
Wait,
And
but the
people be
feels
like,
you're
"Wow."
sure. Wee. I want to be the first one to find the Skatuni on episodes.
Do I have to explain the context of that now?
Yep.
Right, so because I was I guess bored one day. Is bored the right word? I wasn't bored, I was just curious.
You were doing science.
Okay, for context, back when I was a kid, there was a show on Cartoon Network in the UK called Scatoony, and it was a quiz show which was between like kids and cartoon characters. And the main thing I remember about it was that it had a really banging theme song that got stuck in my head. So I was like, right, okay, I'll I want to find this song again. So I looked up Scatoony, and I found that apparently on the Scatoony wiki there was a link to a page for it on Lost Media wiki. And I was like, wait, what? That can't be right. So I looked it up, and apparently that a few of the UK episodes of Scatoony were considered lost media. And when I saw which episodes they were, I was like, I think I have those on DVD, just homemade recordings and that. So I checked, and I did actually have all 3 episodes that they were missing. Which was really cool, so I like submitted it and now my name's on the fucking Scatoony. Oh shit. On the fucking Scatoony Lost
Your
Media.
legacy.
Yeah.
Then we could have used without ever seeing.
Yeah, we watched it.
We watched the Inside Eagle Eyes, where they go inside the boss's the boss's body. You have unlocked forbidden memories. They are forbidden because they were lost. You're welcome. I actually got contacted the next day by someone.
By the FBI.
By the FBI. I guess I could have been. Who was like, oh, congrats on uploading. Do you happen to have but I noticed there were like some Cartoon Network bumpers on your recordings. Do you still have those? I'm like, yeah. And they asked me if I could get them, and I'm like, I could probably get them, but that requires me actually getting the DVDs out again and recording them and shit. So maybe if I'm really bored, I will.
Yeah.
But it's Cartoony representative. They were like, yeah, we also lost those episodes. Thanks for finding them for us.
So I'd imagine so many adverts go missing as well.
So that was the main reason I kept all those old DVDs, was that I figured that they would be they would be some of them lost media on there. Of course, I have no way of knowing which ones are and which one aren't, and I would have to check every DVD, and there's like 100 of them. Nintendo sends a cease and desist. I mean, the price for every Scatoony was either a Nintendo DS or a Nintendo Wii. I think it was a PSP at one point.
The one I missed was a truck full of Cartoon Network stuff and a Wii.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell your story.
What about having the correct Scatoony card but not having activated it?
Yeah.
It's just painful.
I can imagine.
Because it was on at the right time for when you'd come back from school. At least the earlier seasons were, because I think they would didn't run for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was fucking annoying. I just want to watch Ed, Edd and Eddy.
So
I'm just double checking.
So it's like, I'm glad it's lost. I'm glad it was lost. It was between 2006 to 2008 for the UK.
We have from 2001 to 2008 for the UK.
Oh, but was that like? Oh, that was like a series before Splatoon, though, wasn't it?
So we. I'm trying to think. I think the one I had was in 2003. Was the one where it would be
Sonic
whatever
Heroes was
year.
released.
It needs to be the year that Robot Boy was on.
Robot Boy.
Oh, I remember Robot Boy.
So Robot
trying to
Boy
forget.
was a. Give me a second.
I remember looking stuff up about Robot Boy, and I remember reading somewhere that it got a lot of criticism because people thought it was a rip-off of My Life as a Teenage
Boy.
Robot. Which,
I
I
thought it was
mean...
definitely an Astro Boy ripoff when you would talk about that.
I mean, that as well. But I think Astro Boy's old enough where like that's more of an inspiration than a rip-off. Because
Yeah.
Teenage Robot was airing at the same time as Robot Boy.
Okay, so I was completely off. My sense of time is not very good. Robot Boy was a 2005 show.
Yes, because I think Teenage Robot was
So
2003.
I would have been probably when that was airing. I would have been 9.
I was 4.
Like, huh?
I was 4.
You were 4. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have turned 10 quite yet. I think it aired. Because I only have 3 months of that year where I'm actually where I would have been 10.
Mhm.
I don't know. It must be 2005 then that I missed it.
Speaking of like old Cartoon Network, my mum fucking loves Foster's Homes. Especially
Home from Magic Friends.
yeah, especially the episode with cheese cereal.
The chocolate milk guy.
Yeah, she loves that episode. I think she says she has it on DVD somewhere. So I should root through that and find lost media on there.
Say,
Some old episodes.
oh god. Do you remember the Cartoon Network games on Sky?
Yes, that was no, yeah, because I mentioned that in the chat once. Because I was really excited when I found some video footage of some of those games.
I used to play them all the time with my mum.
Oh really?
Yeah. I
I'll-
used to play the Tom and Jerry one.
Oh yeah, with the you said it was Tom and Jerry one where you were jumping from like
Yes,
cake
from
stand.
plate to plate, yeah.
Yes. I don't think
There was another one that there was another Tom and Jerry that was like more platform orientated, and the cats would chase you. There were multiple cats.
there's footage of that one online. Someone's found that game, which is great because that was lost for a while. I found one of the Looney Tune ones on a DVD I had, and that's the only one I had. But someone else had loads and uploaded them. And
Beehive Bedlam.
yeah, that was part of it. That's the one everyone remembers.
Go.
Can we do an entire stream where it's just watching those, the YouTube uploads of those Sky
Bring a
games?
look at yeah. So I'm looking now at like just the nostalgia, and I see Beehive Bedlam.
What the fuck is that?
What?
This I don't know.
I think that's. I don't fucking know.
I've never seen that before.
I think that's don't know.
Oh, green.
Apparently, he had a cow and chicken game.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't remember.
Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud.
He could
Didn't know how.
Cacao.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Cow and chicken.
Okay.
No, so I think I do remember the cow and chicken game, but I must have been.
This goes back to the conversation conversation.
I must have been so young. What? I must have been like really young when I saw that game. But I do have vague memories of it. Fuck's sake.
There was a Dexter's Lab Metroidvania.
I remember the Dexter's Lab game, yes. There's so many I remember, but they just don't exist online. And it's insane to me that it's lost. No joke, I would love to because I think we do know the company who made most of those games. I would love to get into the studio and just kind of get all the data on those games and see if there's some way to like save them, you know? Make them playable online.
Hey, you can download Beehive Bedlam.
Of course, that
on you can download it for your mobile.
I'm glad that one was saved. That was like one of the few that was.
Oh, it's a fan-made recreation.
That's what it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre to me that all those games are lost. There's like no way to play them, and the only way they exist now is those few YouTube uploads by me and that one other person who uploaded a bunch of them.
They were they were a bit of a scam if you didn't get your money's worth playing them, or like just happened to leave the house for a bit after you paid for it. Like I would pay up like I think it was like 80p to play it, and you could play it for as long as you wanted after you paid it. But if you left the game and then tried to go back, you'd have to pay again to play it. And my dad once came downstairs and was like, I want the TV to watch sports. And I was like, I just paid to play the Tom and Jerry one.
See, the way I remember it working, and I was so keep in mind that when I say this, I was really young, so money wasn't my issue. If that makes sense. It was the way that my family always described it to me. It was that you would pay, that they would pay like for the whole day pretty much, and I could play anything on there for the whole day. That's how I remember it being described to me.
They had a pass like that available.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, at least, I don't fully remember the entirety of the context. I knew to play a game it was like 80p, and you could play it for as long as you wanted until you left that game.
Okay.
And then I feel later down the line they added a day pass where you would pay, I think it was like either like £3 or something, or like £5, and you just play. That was just unlimited access to anything on there.
My family always did the day pass.
Like I'm pretty sure it was like, hey, you could pay 50, like you could pay like £5 and you'll be able to play whatever the hell you wanted for that day. That mysterious shard is what you use to get the slots.
And that's the first one I found out of how many? It's so grindy.
Buy them either. I'm not sure.
I remember. Yeah, no, I remember the Aladdin one. I think you would like throw apples and stuff. But no, there was definitely an Aladdin one. I do remember that. I'll be honest, I think when I saw like footage of the Mega Drive Aladdin game, I thought it was like related to the Sky Games one. And I'm not sure if it is or not, because literally
It could have just been like a port.
yeah, like some kind of maybe remake or something.
Definitely had ports on there because I played Pac-Man on Sky Games.
Yeah, Pac-Man was on there.
Was the Tom and Jerry one, like, talking about a platformer? What comes to mind for me is the Master System Tom and Jerry game, where it was a platformer and sort of, and I couldn't actually get past the second level because I was stupid.
I don't.
Try and like, you know, find footage of it.
Yeah,
I found the cake one.
The
Like the footage of the cake one.
Oh, the Tom and Jerry one. Yeah. No, I know where to find all the footage
Oh
of
no,
this stuff.
I found the Tom and Jerry mouse party thing.
Yes.
This is the one I played.
On that account.
send it to me, Paige.
Sending it to you now. Oh my god, I remember this.
On that account, there should be pretty much all the games. They're footage of the Ed, Edd and Eddy ones.
That's horrible, but send this to you, Sarah. Yeah, this is the one I remember very vividly. I think this is one of my most played ones.
Because I don't really have, like, any sort of connection to these games, because I didn't have a Skybox as a kid, I only had cable. Oh god, this is something that you'd make a creepypasta based off of.
The thing is, like, the cats chase you as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's kind of Aoni?
Yeah, Aoni. Because it's like, it's completely silent.
I think there was music, but sometimes.
I swear there was.
Yeah.
I swear there was music.
But sometimes there just wasn't, and then all the recordings online just did not have the music for some reason. Even mine, I don't know why we didn't put the music on, but yeah.
Yeah, they had a day pass and a one purchase deal. You know, like this person's got a connection fail error trying to play the game.
Yes, because they do some kind of weird trick with it. I remember the Ed, Edd and Eddy one terrified me as well, because that one you were being chased constantly.
We're being chased by the Canker Sisters.
No, you're being chased by Ed. The story was that it was Ed had dressed up as a monster and he went too far with it.
Yeah.
And he started to think that he was.
Yeah, like the episode.
So it's based on an episode, okay. And there was a Christmas version as well, where instead of a monster, he was Santa.
Oh god, this game scared me because Tom would follow you throughout the levels.
Yeah, it scared me as well as a kid.
You up onto things as well. You had to hide. You could only hide under things to get away from him.
Yes, I'm remembering all this. I think
I booted up my skybox, and then Aladdin bled hyperistic blood from his eyes. It was only there for a split second, but
Here it is, an excruciating detail.
Okay, no joke though. Lost media, like that sort of stuff, that scares me. I think there's like a creepy vibe around it. And I can't explain it.
Like, kind of is a creepy vibe, because it's like, how does media just become lost?
Yeah.
Like, how do you just lose your media like that?
I can't go on Lost Media Wiki at midnight, past midnight. I can't do it.
Don't go on Lost Media Wiki after 3 a.m.
Your mind will play tricks on you.
The banned episode of Dexter's Lab will play backwards.
Well, that's fine then, because that means we found it.
That is true. Oh, we did find it. Because all the creators of that show was like, I swear there was an episode we did where and it got banned because there were censor bleeps. Because the whole thing was like Dexter made a machine to remove all the rudeness out of them to find out who was like less rude, and then all their like bad selves did like they just swore like, every couple minutes, and but they weren't actually swearing in like the voice acting. It was just the bleeps.
Do you know what's funny? You know that Shrek meme where he has the camera and it's like, snap, this is going in my cringe compilation.
That's Lost Media, isn't it?
Yeah, that's from Lost Media. That picture of Shrek with the photo is one of the few things that remains of that advert. It's just weird.
Footage is bringing me back.
Do you think we'll be allowed on Twitch to stream YouTube videos of those Sky games?
I think it falls under I think the copyright laws won't like apply.
Okay.
So long as you, because how the copyright system usually would work, well, how it should work, YouTube, is if you are doing anything of the footage that is not just a one-for-one copy of the original, it's under fair use.
Well, the main difference would be that it would have our commentary over it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair
Okay.
use. By law, by definition, there's fair use. You should be allowed to.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
They
it
can't
just
copyright strike you for doing that.
Worst case scenario, I could just have it as a Twitch exclusive thing and then not upload it to YouTube. And then, ironically enough, that would become Lost Media.
you just send your own stream to the Lost Media wiki.
So, like, oh yeah, I made the stream and then I didn't put it to YouTube,
I didn't put it to YouTube,
and Twitch deleted
I
it.
deleted the pod.
And then they'll be like, I mean, I still have it in my hard drive, but it's not public to anyone, so it's technically
Yeah.
lost.
Bulbasaur.
And they're like, I can't argue with that.
Hmm?
Alright, hand it over.
Hand it over, like, well, you have it then, give it to us so we can archive it. And it's
Yeah.
like,
I think for archiving purposes, you're allowed to repost stuff.
I think that's my excuse for when I uploaded the Scatoony episodes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, these don't exist anywhere else. These are literally, this is me just trying to archive this shit.
It's probably why things like the Lost Media wiki can like stay up as well. Because it's like it's for archiving purposes.
Well,
Has a not safe for life?
yes, I've seen that. That's because like stuff like news reports on like terrorist shit would be considered lost media if no one recorded it. Like footage of awful events would be considered.
Yeah.
Be
I'm
careful on
reading
there.
it through. I am. Trust me, I am.
You know what?
Because,
Saying that, that's probably the other reason why I find it creepy to go on there, because because I know what kind of stuff's on that site.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 beta hurts because someone has a build with 80% of it on there and is hoarding it. Yeah, well, that's why, to me, that's why stuff like that Nintendo Giga leak that happened a while back, that was a good thing. Because all that stuff that was lost media, stuff we didn't even know existed, is now just archived forever. We
shouldn't laugh, right? I should laugh. But apparently, in the Lost Media thing, there's a Robot Wars episode with a lost near-death footage of Jeremy Clarkson.
Excuse me?
Lost near-death footage of Jeremy Clarkson from Robot Combat Game Show 1998.
Jeremy Clarkson almost died in Robot Wars?
Apparently.
Oh. That would have made Top Gear very different.
Malfunctioning robot almost resulted in Clarkson's death.
Jesus. Is that classified as not safe for life?
It classifies as
okay. So the saw of a robot used in the competition detached and flung itself towards him.
Ooh.
200 miles per hour.
Yeah, they got gored on live TV.
It missed him and hit the concrete wall behind him.
Jesus.
If he had got hit, he would have instantly died.
Well, I mean,
I want to see that clip.
well, it's lost.
I
Apparently.
want to see it.
No.
No, it's
it
not.
would have been filmed. It would have been filmed, but they had to I'm just trying to find out.
Really? They had to reshoot that fucking.
They had to
fight.
reshoot it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't air.
It didn't air. No.
No. That
Ah,
that thing probably is lost forever then, because they probably deleted
Yeah.
that if it never was public to begin with.
ah.
Robot
let's
Wars
see it.
so many lost things.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all BBC, isn't it?
It's BBC, and it's the fact that it's
Yeah.
a bunch of people who made these scuffed ass robots in their garage.
Mm.
Oh, I
Like-
hate the fact that Silver Gunner is on here now.
Oh, yeah.
The Silver Gunner.
No, I think one of the funniest lost media things was this Mario 64 Screamer video. That's considered lost media now.
Mario 64 Screamer video.
Yes. It was a video about bleh. It was a video about here's how to play as Luigi, and then it was like that zombie screamer thing that was on everything in the early internet days.
Oh, what? The Exorcist girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the car and that from the car ad.
Yeah.
Why the hell is there a Wheel of Fortune thing that is on the Not Safe for Life thing? And then it's like, oh, one of the people on here was a wanted, not so good name. So apparently that's been found.
Huh. It's been found.
I mean, the criminal was.
No. The criminal was, and so was the video. So's the video. The video's been found. You'd be shitting Brixia to reshoot it. No, I don't think they reshot it because the robot malfunctioned and therefore it was broken.
Yeah.
Just show footage of the robots beating it up.
I would hate to be the people who made that
Nearly
and
gored
almost
Jeremy
killed
Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson. Like,
It's pretty funny.
You know, it is good. It is Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I mean that's the same level as like I've told you two before that was it Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on the first plane that crashed into the North Tower.
Yeah.
And he only didn't make it to the airport because he was completely wasted from the night before and he overslept.
See,
Yeah.
drinking's good.
Drinking's good for you. It protects you from national tragedies.
It protects you from 9/11. Can I see what else is on here? Cavalier's cable car disaster, lost cockpit recording of aviation-related accident. I know that accident. I just
I
thought they
caused it.
actually. No, the cockpit recording. No, the cockpit recording would be a thing because.
Yeah.
Oh no! Apparently it's lost.
Are you looking through all the not safe for life stuff, or is this just? Is this just general stuff?
And just the not safe for life stuff because some of it, if it's aviation related.
Okay. Wow, you're really going in there. Okay.
If it's aviation related, I might. Well, I
won't.
probably won't be able to find it myself, but like.
I won't touch the not safe for life stuff. I like to be untraumatized.
Not too bad.
I know, but like, there's always that fear that there's something in there that I could misclick on and then regret it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And imagine the guy being eaten alive by bears is on here, because that's lost.
That guy was fucking stupid. What did he expect was gonna happen? He just hung around with bears all day.
And the Yellowstone incident's probably lost forever as well.
Isn't
Oh.
that volcano?
Yeah, what's that
The
one?
guy, so what happened was, you know when idiots don't stick to the pathways in any kind of hazardous environment?
Yeah.
This girl and her brother were like, oh, let's go and get like some photos.
Oh yeah, and they just
of
vanished.
The hot springs, at like the natural hot springs in Yellowstone, which are cordoned off for a good reason.
Yeah, and they just
he fell in there and essentially melted, and that's all on camera. That's all on camera.
Oh Jesus! Ugh. I mean, it's
Because
lost now.
Yeah.
Because one, the police had to review it. Two, she was trying to get a video of him just sitting near it, you know. So she was fully recording this in panic. It apparently has not been deleted from her mobile. She's kept it, but we're never gonna see it. I guarantee
Bro, she kept that video.
I don't know.
Scarred myself. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm trying to.
When 14-year-old me scared. I mean, I grew up in a like me and Sarah we grew up in a or YouTube didn't really censor a lot of stuff when it was relatively new. I mean, I think I went on YouTube when I was like 10 or something. That would have been when it first.
Yeah, 10 year 10 when it was first.
Yeah.
Cute animal compilation.
Cute
He
animal.
gets it
company car.
I'm so sad I can't find that video. It had to have been deleted.
I mean,
Look it up on mass media.
I can say that like, I like half the shit that I saw does still affect me to some degree today.
But that fucking animal compilation is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Why is there so many NASCAR events that are on here? Because like so many of them crash.
Yeah, loads of them fucking like crash into each other.
I was going to say it's also probably because they aired NASCAR races once and then they don't do it for reruns. So if people don't record it and upload it after it first records, then it's never going to be seen again.
Baby Shaker Lost Band iOS game 2009.
Baby Shaker.
That just by the
Sounds
name
hilarious.
Name alone, I'm not clicking on it.
So the thing I'm curious about is Club Penguin on there?
I don't know.
Because technically it would be Lost Media. Though there's not Rewritten, because Rewritten was shut down completely by the police. So that's Lost Media again.
Yeah.
Look, you're on this board for Lost Media Wiki. Skatoony, original British version, was found on 30th of May 2022 by Tay Neon Neko.
Very cool.
I can see.
I literally just made an account on Lost Media Wiki just to send them that shit.
Just panic making a thing. You're like, guys, I found it.
Well, it's funny because when I was in their Discord, I was like, "Hey, I may have found this stuff." No one responded to me, and then as soon as I proved that I did actually find it, people were interested. Then I mean, I guess it's
they were
fair.
like, nah, there's no way that she found this.
It's like, oh, what a weird thing to like say that you found. Like, this isn't even something that we're like, because there's obviously
anything like cool or anything.
There's obviously things that people are like looking for, because like stuff like the Mother 3E demo or whatever it was, not demo, but you know what I mean, the Mother 3 beta build.
Yeah.
That for N64, that would be really sought after. Like that's the kind of thing that people would actually pay millions for. Probably, I don't know how much they would pay for it. I'm not paying them. But yeah. So there is old stuff that people are looking for.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a 3DS ad from back in the day. I remember there was a 3DS ad one about when the 3DS launched. And I'm just trying to find it because I remember the music. I want to listen to that song again. In 10 years.
Wasn't that why you found the lost episodes of Skatoony in the first place? You were like, I want to listen to the theme song again.
Being 3DS to be a different time.
Yeah, it would be a different time, yeah. Those DVDs were older than that ad. Um,
Do you know what was in the 3DS advert?
I remember there was two versions of it. One ended with Sonic Generations in 3D, and one ended with Ocarina of Time. I think it was like I think it was showcasing the 3DS. So it was like Face Raiders was on there, the AR cards, that sort of stuff.
That's gotta be something like from a direct or something, right?
No, it was on TV.
Or a general overview kind of
Yeah,
thing.
kind of a general overview ad. I think Pilot Rings was on there as well.
I think I know what one you're talking about. I just don't think I could tell you where to find it.
The song went something like that.
There's missing stuff from 64 Zoo Lane. What's missing?
Oh no, I won't have those. That's heartbreaking to hear.
In 1994, a pilot was made for the series.
Pilots are usually missing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a common thing to be missing.
Okay, so the pilot is what's missing.
OBS disconnected, reconnecting. Are we live? Are we still good?
No, we're not.
We're not?
No, no. It's just doing the swirly.
Yeah.
It's 10:30 though.
Right. I mean, we're still recording, so YouTube will be able to see all this. Right, that's, I mean, that was a pretty good one. Oops,
Yeah.
shame about that. Before we end, can you check something for me in Lost Media? I was trying to find one more crystal, but I guess, oh well. Can you... Oh, what was the show called? I don't even remember what it was called. What's the show with the polka dot plane and the dog called Pippin? Hello?
Okay, Pippin.
Oh, we're back now.
Okay, I can't find anything about Pippin on here.
Okay, we disconnected a little bit. I think we're back now, according to my thing. Sorry about that. I mean, we are meant to be ending soon, so works out.
I mean, it's just a guy with his head in his hands.
But yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay, I was gonna say, I wonder if... Come Outside, that was the show name.
There
Give me a sec.
I finally caught up on the stream.
Give me a sec. I'll have a look for that. Was it Come Outside?
Yeah.
But there being a show, and I don't know if it's considered lost media, and I can't be bothered to check right now. It was like a show called like the Polka Dot Shorts or something like that.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's something that only I have vague memories of.
Find anything about the dog show either.
No, so that probably means it's not Lost Media, which, thank God.
To be fair, even if it was, my primary school teacher actually still works over the road from us at the same school, and she was the one who used to show us that show. And back in 2020 during COVID, when they didn't have a lot of kids going in, because we're a military town, the only kids that were going to the schools were the ones with where their parents were not currently, like around most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
They were showing Pippin or whatever it was to some of the kids, so they still have VHS players there that work, and still have the VHS with the Pippin videos on them. So I can guarantee, even if it was lost, if I went and asked her politely, I'd probably be able to find that.
So when you said that, I realised why it probably wasn't lost. Is probably because it was actually all released on VHS or DVD officially.
Yeah.
So stuff like Skatoony wasn't, because it was like a game show type thing, and those things aren't released like that, Hi, Ditto. Wait, Pippin the... No, Come Outside. The one with the dog and the polka dot plane.
The show... I think it was was it the 90s it was released?
Roundabout.
I don't know. All I know is that I used to watch it when I was in primary. Well, actually, probably would have been even earlier than that. Like infant slash like year 1, year 2.
I remember one episode of that show that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Was it the one with the oven catching on fire?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
She locked herself in the closet, and there was a fire. And I remember as a kid the fire being huge, but when I rewatched it online like a few years ago, I was like, that fire is not that big. My imagination was just like really amplified that.
Yeah, I just find that weird. It's like when you're a kid, you just sort of remember things being like, oh my god, there was like blood everywhere, and then it's like, oh, it was just like a drop.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of gacha life horror film.
Oh, spooky. The gacha life avatars bled at me.
Bag pussy? What? Am I reading that right?
Bag pussy.
Yeah, I am. Well,
Like you talk about Bacchus, or because like
I'm reading
I
chat.
swear Bacchus had multiple names.
I don't know.
I still think it's funny.
Yeah, I just saw that in chat and I'm like, excuse me? What are you fucking saying to me?
This lost gacha life fucking horror film is like there's a angry gacha life character and he's killing and cooking with other characters. How do you lose something made by a 12-year-old on YouTube?
Easy, no one downloads it and they delete their channel.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's how we lost the Mario Screamer video.
Oh, sad face.
The only footage of that Mario Screamer video is of a kid watching it. Like his brother sets him up to watch it, so you can see it on the thing, and that's the only footage of it left of that Mario Screamer video. Weird.
This was about the whole like Lost Doom levels, and then it was like, oh, it was that Columbine thing. Like rather made Doom levels. I was like, why the hell is Doom on this Not Safe for Life list?
Oh yeah, his Doom was like, was released quite close to that.
What was released quite close to Doom levels?
The Doom was released quite close to when the Columbine shootings happened.
Oh Jesus!
And one of the guys who did it made custom Doom levels.
Yeah, and they've obviously been lost to time.
Oh, because no one wanted to.
Yeah, no one wanted to
Share
buy.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair, actually.
Speaking of not safe for life, you found a bone.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out.
What?
Lost media.
I'm mainly trying to find one more of those things, because then I can get a tablet, but also we're like over the time I said. I can't believe Pokemon took up like the full 2-ish hours. We just found ourselves stuff to do.
Yeah.
Because I realised I hadn't done it yet.
Dad actually might have this.
Oh, you might have some.
Oh no, actually no.
No,
I think it's been definitely withheld. I was gonna say this is something that he might have, but no, I think it's definitely been deleted actually by the company itself. It's to do with Greyhound racing.
Okay.
I have no mouth and I must scream. Lost uncut version of PC adventure game.
Oh really?
Wait, it's lost?
Well, that's an uncut version. That would be lost. the normal game, which I'm sure is fine, but an uncut version.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Right, I'll get this one more bit and then I'll.
Lost
end
Media is
it.
fun.
It is, and terrifying.
You can just like create your own like black market of your own lost media.
Reason why it's lost,
Hold it for ransom.
like the I have no mouth and I must scream thing, is
Yeah.
there's several scenes that were shown in a British TV show called Games Master in 1995 that did a gore special for gory or shocking moments in video games. And it showed 4 scenes from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream that didn't make it into the final game.
Ah, so it was like an earlier build?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of them involves like nursing a dog back to health by feeding it like a human heart.
Yeah, that sounds like that game.
Yeah. Instead, like bodies on hooks, but instead in the official release, it's just meat.
Same
hanging
thing.
on hooks instead. Like
Yeah.
one of the characters eats a baby, and that's not in the official release. And then one of the characters' deaths is changed as well.
Hmm.
But this is all shown in the actual. What was it in the show?
Yeah. This seems so fun just instead of overload. Cool, I'm glad to hear that.
Just and I went, oh, there was a character that ate a baby.
That was having fun as well.
It's right there. Malthus looks kind of good now. At least he didn't.
No, my thing! My liver! I think that was a liver.
Wait, what?
I was digging up.
My spleen.
My fossilized liver.
You got it just in time, right?
No, I didn't. I lost
And
it.
I broke it.
I'm going way overboard here. Someone stop me. Oh no, I'm addicted to the
You-
underground.
Played I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Pardon?
Sonic Underground.
I think Ditto mentioned that he's played the
Oh yeah.
release of that game.
It's a point and click game.
I need to read the actual story, but apparently it's like super depressing.
That's what I like about it. I don't know.
It interests me, but like I don't know if I'm in the right mindset to be reading it right now.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. Triplet spawn.
Thrown away.
Seal wands of a
In my
different
first
shape.
year in college after covering
Look at him! The Spiel statue.
Oh, he's so round.
Blessed.
Right, we'll do these last two and then we'll stop.
Are you
gotta
sure?
cover the book for English, you lucky fuck. We had to cover like no, we did Of Mice and Men. And we did Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, I did Lord of the Flies. I feel like at some point, some billionaire somewhere was like, I want to recreate Lord of the Flies.
Oh,
I feel like that happened, like, either recently or so long ago.
someone out there recreating Squid Game.
That was it. That was it. Someone was like, "Oh, I want to.
Oh, it
I
was
want
Mr.
to."
Beast. It was Mr. Beast. He recreated Squid Game.
Did he or did he want to?
No,
Oh,
he did.
he did. People died.
Did people die?
No. It was the same exact games though, and the same, almost exactly the same setup. It's almost like he completely missed the point of Squid Game's entire message, and it was like, nah, let's just use it for like monetary value again.
Anytime you see a Squid Game plush, in Manchester.
Sad because like, if I'm not mistaken, the director for it said that he doesn't want it to be merchandised.
Oops.
Oops.
And Squid Game has unfortunately been merchandised to hell and back.
Damn it. Well,
It is Netflix. It is Netflix that have merchandised the fuck out of it.
none of these was what I wanted. So that sucks. Oh well.
Cephalopod activities. My favourite Netflix show. Activities of cephalopods.
Nope. Nope. There we go.
When
No.
you are a kid and also a squid.
Good game.
I love how when Squid Game was making the rounds, the wiki had to specify if you were looking for the game in which you turn into a squid and like.
I thought that's what people were talking about.
I did as well. It was like,
Yeah,
well,
I thought it was Splatoon. I was like, why the hell are people talking about Splatoon in this
Like,
way?
and why are they calling it Squid Game?
I'm like, well,
God,
it's
it's
Splatoon,
got
but
a name.
popular weirdly at a weird time. Just randomly, okay.
Like, did something like get announced, or and it was like, the Squid Game.
Right, that's
The
enough.
Deleted scene from It in 2017.
The what?
It,
The
the
film
movie,
It,
with the clown.
the lost original unedited image of creepypasta character Jeff the Killer. What?
Oh, so the image that was the edited, like the image that got
The
edited.
original one. So
Yeah,
like,
that-
the photo of the guy.
Yeah, just the photo of the person. They can't find like where that image came from.
See, no, that's creepy in and itself. When you describe it like that.
Yeah, that's probably just on someone's fucking MySpace or Bebo.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna end stream here because I'm surprised that Pokemon took up this much. I thought we were gonna at least have an intermission somewhere in there and
And
switch
fucking
games.
Lost Media.
Yeah, I didn't expect the Lost Media talk. That kind of went
Jake,
wow.
now I can only think of what was it? Drifting Souls.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining.
This was fun.
Thank you Sarah and Paige for joining as well.
I apologise for my crunchy coughs throughout this.
It's fine. You're good. I'm glad to be back into streaming, and it appears everything worked besides that one disconnect.
Popping that one little oopsie.
Oh, I think we're disconnecting again.
Oh,
No, wait. No, there we go. There's a little square on OBS that's green, and it changed to yellow, and then orange, and then red, and I was like, oh dear, what's happening?
Oh, no.
But it seems we're fine. It seems we're back into streaming. Stuff seems to be working, besides
Yeah.
when it doesn't, but that can't be helped.
Yeah.
I am going to be back Monday to start a new Let's Play, and then Thursday for another Let's Play. I think is my plan. I think that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Right, I'll see everyone then. Bye.
Bye.